football. Who we got tonight?
We got Joey Fickle right up here in your top left.
Hell yeah, we got neckbeard himself, Jordan Thomas. What's up, babies?
Hey, and as always, as always, we would appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button and give us a follow. Exactly. Ring that motherfucking bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're going to talk about the NFC East today, baby. NFC East. I'm rocking my gear. Thank you, Travis, for the jersey.
Yeah, same to you, baby. You bought me this thing, too.
Hey, I love you, boys. We're going to transition here to the NFC East, and we're going to talk about the Philadelphia motherfucking Eagles. Let's go.
Oh, wait. All right. So first and foremost, y'all know I hate these damn Eagles, right? I hate them. Hate them with everything I got. Hate them. Fly, Eagles, fly, die. Hate them. I met the most amazing Eagles fan just a couple weeks ago with the True Sarah Mixer. And so I didn't know, but apparently me and Travis have an illegitimate love child out there, and his name is Jacob. I don't know how to say his last name.
Haliska.
Anyway, he is the biggest Eagles fan I've ever met. They don't need to know how to say his last name, okay? Because I don't. Anyway, he was all about these Eagles and just was telling me all week about how they were absolutely fucking rocking the NFL draft, which, they absolutely did. So I'll let you guys start. Y'all know what happened. Let's talk about some AJ fucking Brown.
I got to mention one more thing about Jacob. I got to say, he is a damn good prosecuting lawyer.
Yeah.
He was determined to find out who shit in that basket.
Who shit in the basket?
That was my most memorable.
We should have a Patreon special with Jacob on where he just breaks through his, case notes and everything, gives us a full disagulation on everything that happened at the True Sarah Mixer.
I just want to say, man, he is a better looking version of Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence is just a worse looking version of you, though, if we're being honest.
Well,
all right. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna start here with the AJ Brown trade. Tell me your guys' thoughts.
I think they made a hell of a move where they trade the number 18 pick where Treylon Burks was selected by the Titans and a third-round pick for this guy. He is a proven number one in this league, and Treylon Burks hasn't done shit on the field yet. So I think they fucking did the damn thing with this trade and put someone on the other side, Devontae Smith, Roll Tide, that can – I know you love that. You're but they put another guy on here that can demand attention away from Devontae Smith. And Devontae is a guy that can really absolutely burn number one coverage, especially underneath. So I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to open things up, and we're going to see what Jalen Hurts is all about this year.
Yeah. I absolutely agree, and I do love the Roll Tide reference. And I'm just going to say, as somebody who lives in the Woo Pig state, Treylon Burks ain't about nothing. I would really like to – man, is Clayton Crawford still alive? Like, I would really like to get this guy's viewpoint on Treylon Burks out of the University of Arkansas. But, man, I think they absolutely stole this man. Instantly the best receiving option. He's the best offensive player in this division the moment he landed there. Nuts. Absolute huge get for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah, he's absolutely a guy that can just fucking take the ball and take it right to the house, and he's a brick to take down. So the first hit ain't never going to take that man down.
Yeah, for sure.
And you got to deal, like Joey said, and you got to deal with Smith, and you got to deal with Goddard. Like, this offense all of a sudden is pretty damn scary.
Yeah, and Miles Sanders, we got to see this kid bounce back.
Miles
I
Sanders,
know that we're going to.
Wendell Smallwood,
Boston Scott.
Boston Scott, yeah. Look, I don't know who it is. that they'll figure it out, man. They may pull Corey Clement out of retirement or something. They'll figure it out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, this is a team that last year was struggling throwing the ball, but they wanted to throw it all the time. They threw and threw and threw and threw. About halfway through the season, they swapped it up on us. They became what the most, or at least top 5 most run heavy league team in the league. So I think with this weapon in AJ Brown, it can be a balanced team, and yeah, I'm really excited to see what Jalen Hurts is going to do. So.
Yeah, and you know, we're talking about their offseason, we're talking about their draft. Even with acquiring AJ Brown in the draft, they still managed to bring out Jordan Davis, who's one of the most enticing defensive tackle prospects I think we've ever seen. So, and if that wasn't enough, let's get into Kobe Dean and stop his draft day slide in the 3rd round. I think the Eagles absolutely tore it up this offseason. I think they are the prohibitive favorites in the NFC East. And I think they've lapped, you know, the Dallas Cowboys and Washington Commanders as far as, you know, threat to win this division.
I do think that the Philadelphia Eagles take this division, and I don't think it's going to be your boys. I'm sorry, but right now I'm looking at this roster. They didn't have a lot of holes, anyways, to begin with. Their defense is stout already, and like you said, they drafted this Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis. They're going to be stout, and they already had one of the probably top 5 best cornerbacks last year. Name can't remember. Darius Slay. He fucking tore it up last year, and if I'm not mistaken, they got another piece to go on the other side of that, or they're getting somebody back who was injured last.
Was it Bradbury?
James fucking Bradbury. There it is. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I'm excited about this defense. I don't think a lot of stock is being put into that. Everyone's excited about Jalen Hurts and this offense and AJ Brown and things, but this defense is what's going to carry them. But let's talk about Jalen Hurts just a little bit. I'll let Travis go here because we talked very briefly about it, and maybe I got some points to toss in as well.
So as of right now, I have Jalen Hurts all the way ranked up at QB3 currently, right behind Josh Allen and Justin Herbert.
And most importantly, above one, Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Just like to point that one out.
And this is a guy that finished as the QB8 last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I do not hate it. I would probably have him a notch or two below you, number or two below you. But I think this guy absolutely has QB1 overall upside. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what's exciting about him because he can take off and run for 900 yards if that's what goes on. You know, he's got that in his arsenal. And now he's got another weapon to go along with, you know, Devontae Smith coming on another year, and he's only developed as the season went on. So I'm really excited about him. I think number 3 is a good number for him, and anyone that tells you different, Travis, can suck my asshole.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this, and I say it a lot, and a lot of people said that Josh Allen didn't have it. He couldn't throw the deep ball. Got Stephon Diggs, boom, fucking magic.
Boom.
This is where I'm going with this.
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts. You can ask my brother. I talk to him every single goddamn day. Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, they are putting in the work to be a fucking unit this year, and they will explode. This is going to be a fun offense to watch.
Yeah,
unless
absolutely.
you're a Cowboys fan, it's going to be fucking miserable all season.
Let's talk about some motherfucker Jones and the New York Giants. I just like saying his name because it's got a ring to it.
Fucking Jones. Tell me about MFJ.
I think MFJ is bound to surprise some people this year. They got say what you want about Kenny Galladay. He can go up and get it, right? This is a guy that's got
You mean injured?
Yeah, fair. And that's what he was last year. But the year before, was he? No. That's why he got paid that offseason money that he got. And it happens. Players are up and down when it gets to having injuries. That's the way the NFL works. It doesn't mean he's a bad player. He's a stretch the field. He's a go up and get it in the end zone. This guy's he was top 5 in the NFL 2 years ago in end zone targets, maybe top 3. I can't remember. And he comes down with it, man. And motherfucker Jones can take off and run for 70 yards before he gets tripped up by the turf monster. So we got Saquon Barkley coming back.
Speaking of turf monsters,
is he going to be? Is the turf monster going to get him again? I'm excited about it. They got the pieces. Kadarius Toney, oh my God, he is a sight to be seen when he's on the field. Let's get this guy healthy. What is it with this team and injuries? I don't like talking about it, but yeah, man, I'm excited about all of the pieces. This offense has what it takes if they can all pull it together. I want to see it come together, and if it does, holy fuck.
I do not think the New York Giants will be a competitive football team in this upcoming season. Me personally, I think they're the worst team in the division, but
not offensively, they're not. But they're.
I think it's debatable. I think it's debatable.
Last year they were near the bottom, or if they weren't the bottom. So
they were.
So either way, I think that's debatable. But to me, here's what I like about what the Giants are doing. Okay, so first of all, we got a new regime, right? Joe Judge is going to teach Mac Jones how to play football. Now we got Joe Schoen, we got Brian Dabble. These are guys. What?
Who? He said Mac Jones.
I fucking missed it again. Mac Jones. Damn it. Anyway, these guys have already built something pretty special in Buffalo. They're going to look to redo that there. And what a freaking start these guys are off to. Again, last time we talked about how the New York Jets had a masterclass in their draft. I don't think the Giants did as good, especially in later rounds. But, man, Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau, they added arguably the best offensive line player and the best defensive line player in this draft. I love them as cornerstones. I don't love Kenny Galladay. I am worried about Kadarius Toney being, consistent in any capacity. I don't know. I think this team has a lot of unknowns, but I think the future is going to be bright with this new regime.
That's the thing. There's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of questions. There's a
lot of turf monsters.
Yeah. So that's the thing. But when you look at it from a holistic approach, this team, if you put all of these guys on the field healthy, you can look at it and say they can be competitive offensively for sure. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're all question marks, but they're exciting question marks, right?
Yeah,
exciting.
I'm trying to compose myself because I had the thought of, did you guys see that turf monster that somebody left in that basket up in Minnesota?
I almost dropped my computer off of this.
Oh,
all
right, let's move on.
I could talk about it, but fuck, the Giants ain't shit. They ain't doing shit. Fuck them. Other than Kadarius Toney, I don't really need to be able to. I mean, maybe Saquon. I don't know. We'll see.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if
it's all a bunch of shit. It's all a bunch of shit baskets up there.
Yeah, all a bunch of turf monsters up in the baskets. But I really don't know if Kadarius Toney's good or if he's just good against Dallas. Because really, what the fuck else did he do last year? I'm just saying, look like Randy Moss against the Cowboys.
fucking year.
What?
He set out the rest of the fucking
Yeah,
year.
well, didn't show me much. Fuck that guy. Give me Wandale, baby. Wandale and Kadarius. They may be the best named receiving core in the NFL. I'll give them that. Anyway,
They're
let's move on
certainly
to
the highest paid.
Commanders. What?
They're certainly the highest paid. I believe they got the highest paid receiving core, don't they? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
The Giants?
Yeah. Look it up. Google it.
I'm sure Kenny Golladay makes way too much, and Sterling Shepard, I think, is still there robbing those people of their money.
That's
so
probably close, but it's got to be behind Tampa Bay.
I mean, y'all see that Tyreek Hill contract? I'm pretty sure Dallas don't pay all their receivers as much as Miami's paying Tyreek Hill for this fucking year. Just saying. I bet Miami's up there.
So who's the number one wide receiver in this offense? New York Giants. Who's the number one wide receiver? Fantasy. PPR.
To me, it's Kadarius Toney.
That's who I got.
To me, it's none of them. And Kadarius Toney is the only one with a realistic chance to put up numbers, but I don't believe in him either.
Like,
Saquon Barkley's their best wide receiver right now.
You know what, though? Ever since Daniel Jones has been there, though, I don't like Saquon in the receiving game. I said it from the very beginning. I never liked it because of what he offers. Because a lot of times when you're watching Daniel Jones play and he drops back, he's not ever looking to drop that ball off. He's only looking downfield. That's one of the other things I really like about Kadarius Toney.
Yep,
that's Kenny Golladay for that matter.
Yeah.
Is Daniel Jones, is motherfucker Jones going to hold this job for the entire season? Is he going to have it after the end of the season?
Daniel Jones will fall victim and lose his job at the end of the season. The Giants will suck and they will draft his replacement in the loaded draft class next year of quarterbacks.
Daniel Jones is going to get Trubisky'd his way out.
I don't want to call it Trubisky because Trubisky was good. Trubisky made the playoffs. Trubisky's going to be all right. I'm just saying I'm all on the Trubisky wagon, baby. Woo! No, nobody else. Okay, I get it.
No. I mean, I'm kind of there, but I got 1 foot in. How about that?
Trubisky
let's go.
landed in the perfect spot. If Trubisky's going to be anything, it's right where the fuck he's at in Pittsburgh, and I'm with it. Let's go. Anyway, we ain't here to talk about Trubisky or the NFC North, the AFC North. Let's talk about them Commanders, baby. I want to talk about Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz. Joey will tell you that I've been on this guy for a minute. At one point, I remember sitting in my friend's yard on the phone with Joey in my truck, having a conversation and saying, "Dog, you know who I think is the best quarterback in the league? Carson Wentz." I remember being drunk on Joey's porch and saying, Carson Wentz is so much better than Dak Prescott. I still really like Carson Wentz. He put up some numbers last year, 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Terry McLaurin is a huge upgrade over Pittman or anything that the Colts have. I'm really down with the Carson Wentz signing. Y'all tell me why I'm wrong.
I got one thing to say, and I'm not going to call you wrong here because I've kind of always been a fan of Carson Wentz as well. And I got one thing to say about him. Carson Wentz helped name the name of this podcast, Truth Serum. And it was from Casey. We were sitting out on my back porch drunk. And, I got Casey to say, okay, yeah, Carson Wentz is good. So it's the Truth Serum. It's this shit we're drinking right here. So that's where the name of our shit came from. So shout out to fucking Carson Wentz, baby. I'm going to forever love Carson Wentz. And yeah, I'm not going to say Terry McLaurin is a huge upgrade over these other guys. Michael Pittman is an up and coming NFL star.
He's good. Terry McLaurin is a bona fide NFL star oozing to break out. Just saying.
And I think Carson Wentz can do that for him. I'm excited for Terry this year. Don't get me wrong. But I'm also excited for Michael Pittman with Matt Ryan over there. So a lot of things this offseason changed that that can mean what we think it means, or it can mean the complete opposite. We don't really know. That's what makes this game so great. But we do know about the Commanders is they had a solid defense that we expected to be fucking nasty, and they turned out to be complete dog shit, and it surprised all of us.
It was them turf monsters. They got up and got Chase Young last year, boy.
Yeah,
by the way, can this episode be called Turf Monsters? Just leave it at that.
I will put that in the show.
The show notes. Tonight we talk about turf monsters and their impact on the NFC East.
We're off the rails, and I love it.
I love it. I love it too. So yeah. I do want to jump in here. Y'all told me earlier, it was you, Joey. You're like, I don't think your Cowboys are it this year. I think the Cowboys are going to finish no better than third place in this division this year because think, no better. No better. I think they'll outpace the Giants. Washington's a better football team. To me, Washington has a better offense. Washington has just as much firepower on the defense. I expect Chase Young to be healthy. I expect Montez Sweat to be back there terrorizing quarterbacks. I think Jahan Dotson was a really also good addition to this offense to pair on the other side of Terry McLaurin. They may get 2 or 3 games out of
De'Ami Brown.
No.
Logan Thomas.
No.
Wide receiver?
The wide receiver that's always hurt. Used to play for Carolina. Was always hurt for them. Pretty sure. What's his damn name?
Careful.
Anyway, they're going to get 2 games out of him, Max, because he's always
Curtis Samuel.
Samuel. Yeah, Curtis Samuel's broke ass. He ain't going to move the needle, but I think Jahan Dotson will. I think the running back platoon of McKissick and Gibson, I think both of those guys bring some fantasy value to the table, and I think they're better than what Dallas has as a whole. I really like the Commanders this year, and I would not be surprised if they're the team that emerges out of the East. I still think it's the Eagles, and I still think the Eagles have the most talent, but don't be surprised if Ron Rivera's boys, put together something this season.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm kind of with it, and I'm like probably one of the biggest Terry McLaurin fucking supporters out there, like I have been for a long time.
Same.
Yeah, and like literally, I will just go off on anybody that wants to argue with me about Terry McLaurin. Yeah, he's still like I thought he was going to be a top 12 wide receiver last year. He kind of had his up and down moments. Like he had really good games where like he would come out and get you 30 points. Like maybe like 3 times, like where he had those peak games. Maybe Carson Wentz kind of helps him kind of solidify like kind of a floor this year. Maybe that'll kind of make it more stable for him. Maybe you don't see it quite. What's that?
Still got the ceiling as well. One of the best overall wide receiver. This guy don't have any part of his game lacks anything. He's fucking phenomenal in all aspects. So,
and I think Carson Wentz is the best quarterback that he has ever had.
And you know what though, and I might also say that this is the best wide receiver that Carson Wentz has ever had as well.
Yeah, I think I would agree. And man, like I don't know about you, I would love to get your take on Jahan Dotson, Travis. Actually, man, just watching him, he reminds me a whole lot of Deontay Johnson. Just saying, and that excites me too.
Hey, I'm still taking him in the first round of rookie drafts. I know sometimes he's slipping out to the second round, but you know what? Like he's drafted there. He's kind of like Garrett Wilson in a lot of ways. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he turned out to be better than Garrett Wilson in the long run.
And both better than Jameson Williams.
He's got a more seasoned quarterback throwing him. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Get off it.
Does Penn State have a little – he came from Penn State, right? Do they have a Roll Tide or a Woo Pig? Hail State? What the fuck does Penn State say?
I think that they. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to get into.
They say
that.
go blue, go blue.
I think your mind might have went where mine went, and I agree
Yeah,
with
that is exactly right. That is exactly right.
Anyway, let's talk about these damn Cowboys in this. So I've been I got to tell you guys, I've been dreading this particular podcast and wearing this particular jersey and talking about this worthless ass team of mine, the Dallas Cowboys. So let's get it over with. Let's do
Is that
this.
why you wrote them up fourth on the show, Doc?
Yep.
Save the pain for the last.
By this point, I figure most casuals aren't listening anyway. And so, I just don't want them to hear me cry like a little schoolgirl because my team is absolute hot garbage.
To be honest, though, they're probably thrown off by you not gloating. So, I mean, like,
gloating?
It might actually turn them on a little bit.
Gloating. What the hell does this team have to gloat about? Let's gloat about giving Amari Cooper away for a 5th-round pick and some freaking spearmint gum. Let's talk about Randy Gregory telling us to eat a whole giant plate of dicks and pulling a J.D. McKissick and telling Denver to fuck off, then telling us to fuck off and going back to Denver. You ever been cheated on? Felt the exact same way. And then let's talk about how we released La'el Collins, a completely competent offensive lineman. Now he's with the Super Bowl runner-up Cincinnati Bengals. Help bolster them. Definitely not fucking helping us. And then I already talked about Cedric Wilson on the last show. We should not have let that guy go. Man, I hate these damn Cowboys.
Ooh.
God, that was therapeutic, y'all.
Tell me how you really feel though. Tell me about that draft pick. You know.
Oh my God, you were there. You were there. Joey wasn't. He went his ass back to the Travis was there.
I have literally never seen such disappointment on a man's face in my entire life than what I've seen at the draft.
I will say this. I've definitely seen that much disappointment on several women's faces throughout my life, but never on another man. Several, yeah. I mean, look at me. Okay. Anyway, but as far as my face, like, you ever heard the expression "candy take it away from a baby"? Like, it was just like that. I wanted Linderbaum. I wanted the thick, corn-fed Iowa boy who's an absolute fucking mauler at center. We got Tyler Biotish, and he's awful, and it just seemed logical. Get this kid to me, Linderbaum is probably the safest pick or one of the 2 or 3 safest picks in the draft. That guy's going to have 10 years of fucking all-pro play and maybe go into the Hall of Fame one day. Get that kid. No, let's go pick this 2nd-round lineman out of fucking Tulsa who has character issues and I don't even fucking know. Tyler Smith, I hope you're good because right now I'm not about you, bro.
Well, you gotta love the pain and misery. Hey, how do you want to? Do you want to go over your other draft pick and Sam Williams?
Oh yeah, our awesome 2nd-round reach who has a felony sexual battery charge because that always works out really well for Dallas.
Hey, charges were dropped.
Yeah, great. Jalen Smith worked out real well for us. Randy Gregory, yep, he's going to kick ass for us next year. The 2nd-round, boss man, the Kelvin Joseph, our 2nd-round gamble last year, he murdered somebody in the offseason. Like, what
Sam Hurd that came to Chicago.
Dallas should just always trade their 2nd picks. They have no fucking business picking in the 2nd round. They're terrible at it, right? They're as terrible at that as Jason Garrett is at coaching, which still probably might not be as bad as Mike McCarthy is at it. The one like polished turd of our draft, selections, I kind of really like Jalen Tolbert. I think he has some upside. I think he's going to play right away with Gallup probably being sidelined. The one thing I'll say, though, is he has the one characteristic that every other receiver on our team has. He loves to drop the fucking ball. So, ding, ding, ding. That's the Dallas Cowboys offseason recap for you. Fuck them. They might finish last in this division.
Who's your team this year?
My team?
Are you still gonna root for your boys, or are you just like completely off?
I mean, subconsciously, I'll watch all their games
It's
and
gonna
I'll
hurt your
fucking
feelings when they lose, but
I'll
He's
wallow in misery.
he's already on to
I always
the.
got my side piece with Tom Brady up in Tampa Bay. Like he's always been very welcoming to me. And I flirted with the Buffalo Bills just one episode ago. So, and man, look, she might be a little bit too young for me right now, but them New York Jets, they're coming. They're gonna get a little bit older and I might want me a piece of that as well. So that's where I'm at in my football life. But
I
fuck
want,
the
I want a
Packers.
piece of that too. I want a piece of that too.
You want a piece of that jet? You want an Eiffel Tower that? Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this whole thing that went down right here, I gotta say that I really thoroughly enjoyed you talking about your boys. It was the highlight of my night. It really was because
Not mine.
yeah, whew, it's misery. Misery is fun to watch. I gotta admit.
It is, man. It makes for the best, and I think that's why I keep coming back to the Dallas Cowboys because they just love making me fucking miserable. I will say this: there's a silver lining in everything. If we bottom the fuck out, we will get rid of Mike McCarthy this year. I strongly believe that he'll be fucking gone at the end of this season, and we will draft our next mediocre coach. But that's just me being a enthusiastic Cowboys fan. That's
all right. I think that's about wraps it up here.
Hell yeah.
Being a Cowboys fan, it feels like constantly having to wrap it up, if you know what I mean. Oh, wait, you guys don't know what I mean.
See, the great thing about it is I don't have a team, so I can float teams all I want to, and y'all can't say shit. Can't say shit. But once again, we want to thank our Patreons. We want to thank all of you watching and listening and subscribing when you banging that motherfucking bell. We appreciate that too. You gotta make the sound effect. As always,
Stay true.
Stay true.